What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to our channel.
Julio and Jose, figure it out.
I'm Julio.
And I'm Jose.
And we're having a picnic in the park.
Let's talk about food.
Luca. So for our picnic, we're having sandwiches, and the sandwiches have chickpea, like a chickpea salad, and then I put cucumbers and tomato on the sandwich. So what do you think about it?
It was good. Tastes like a chicken salad.
It's like chicken salad. Cheers.
Cheers. What's going on, guys?
So this week we're talking about food. Why? What are we doing? Well, for the past couple of weeks, food has been a really big topic in our house.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we've been talking about how since we've been in South America, our bodies have been completely different in the way they react to food in general.
And how we how our bodies process the food being in South America in general
Yes.
compared to the U.S.
Somebody here just celebrated a month.
Yeah, so I just celebrated a month being a vegetarian. So
I didn't influence him.
no, I'm just kidding. No, I know it's totally my choice. It was something I decided earlier this month. So I was like, the fact that I made a month, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could tell I'm gonna keep doing it. So
Yeah. So
So-
it's been a journey, and so that's pretty much what it is. So we just wanted to share kind of like what this journey is looking like, and like what's even going on when it comes to food.
right, because even though we're vegetarians, like we both have different perspectives on how we view food and how we came to this decision on being vegetarian.
Yeah.
Julio's been vegetarian 8 years, and I'm a newbie. So we just kind of share our stories and kind of understand why we chose.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know for me, the reason I gave up meat in the first place was because of the environment. I did a lot of research about fresh water, clean water, and what is actually draining the clean water that we need to drink as human beings. And now we know with the way the world and climate is going, not
Right.
getting political, we need clean watter. And so animal agriculture actually drains the fresh water supply that we have, which is finite. There's not an unlimited amount of fresh water for us all to drink. So
Pretty much taking a stance.
yes, so I took a stand so that I could have clean water. And I used to always look at food like it was for sustaining yourself or for indulging. That's pretty much it. But on this
Same,
journey,
same.
yeah.
Same.
And so,
And we come from Latino background, so food is like the epicenter of
Yes.
our culture, right?
exactly, if you know, then you know that a lot of stuff happens around the table.
Exactly.
So a lot of decisions get made. So I know that as I've been in this journey, it's actually been more of a disciplined journey more than anything. And it's taught me how to have discipline in a completely different way. Not just being disciplined by others when I'm wrong, but having discipline within myself and putting myself and my health first. And now I really do look at food as for nourishing and for healing. I look at food like medicine, and I think I've tried to do my best to introduce that with us, and I think that
Yeah.
contributed to him making his decision.
Yeah, of course.
But I've really trying to shift my perspective with food, and abstaining from certain foods is really hard, but I think it makes me a better person.
So just so everybody understands, okay, so you going vegetarian, one was for the environment.
Yes.
What
definitely.
was another reason so people can kind of understand?
Another reason is for the ocean. I don't eat anything that comes out of the ocean unless it's seaweed. But even then, nah. But I chose not to eat anything because I love the ocean. I love the animals and whales, and I could totally nerd out for probably 3 hours on that. But I decided not to eat anything that comes out of the ocean. And being Puerto Rican and in Latino culture, we eat a lot of seafood. That's always everywhere. So to give it up, so I wanted to conserve the ocean. I wanted to conserve fresh water, and then again, I've learned that food is medicine. So I just look at it completely differently in the way that I consume things. Especially like eating foods that I didn't like before, like mushrooms and things like that, or
I'm starting to eat mushrooms, and I hate mushrooms.
and
Okay,
even
sorry.
tea. No, it's okay. And even tea, like drinking more tea now. I didn't used to like tea very much, and now I love all kinds of tea. My taste buds have definitely changed. So, yeah, now I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Our goal now is to be plant-based.
Yeah.
We kind of shift with it in that we'll have some dairy here and there and cheese, ice
I
cream.
know.
But I think I've personally made the decision that when we do return to the U.S., I'm going to be giving up dairy. I'm going to be giving up eggs, and so I finally made the decision.
This is definitely a journey for sure.
But it's for
Sure.
me. I think
Right.
I'm comfortable making the decision
Yeah.
now because I've been able to be vegetarian without it being a hindrance, and he hasn't had to be forced to be vegetarian.
Right.
I cook meat for him because I'm the main cook. I cook meat for him, no problem. And so now, knowing that I can sustain myself and not have to worry about being a drain on his lifestyle or his lifestyle being a drain on me, I know I can handle it. And so I feel comfortable when we get back going full vegan, and doing my own personal part, but also taking that step in my discipline journey. And actually, it's been a little bit of a spiritual journey as we've been coming along. So it just makes me want to do more, makes it go further.
Well, let's like celebrate that. You've been 8 years vegetarian.
Yeah.
And now when you get back to the U.S., you're gonna be vegan.
That's crazy.
That's freaking nuts. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Congratulations to you for going
Thank you.
vegetarian.
I'm not
I know, we're just
a
giving
month, a month.
a month. And we're just sitting here giving each other our props. But everybody else also, every step you take to be healthy, make sure you celebrate that. That's something we do
Yeah.
together a lot, is to celebrate.
So, cheers to good health for us and everyone else.
Yes,
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers. Okay. So, for me, I never thought that I would be a vegetarian. Like I like me growing up Puerto Rican, every meal is just like delicious with pernil and chuleta and all that. And so I wouldn't think that this day, you told me like 10 years ago that you're gonna be vegetarian in the future. I'll be like, what? Never. But the fact that I am, it says a lot because one of the reasons why I chose to go plant-based was because last year I was getting seen by a doctor, and she told me that my liver, I had fatty liver, and she was like that I have to be pretty much, to go ahead and like lower my numbers, I have to kind of be on a strict diet. She didn't give me any recommendations of what to eat, but she said, look at ways to kind of like detox your liver. And so one of those ways that I did was I looked up ways to like clean your liver or detox your liver, and what are the right foods to eat. And I came across this book that I bought on Amazon. I can't think of the name of it at the moment, but it caters to fatty liver, and all those meals were meatless. There were no meat. And Julio was like, look, he's like, this should be the start of you going vegetarian.
I had to make sure. I was like, okay, well, if this is what we're gonna do, I need to look and see that
Right.
I can provide.
Right.
I can deliver, I should say.
Right. So he was like, look, if this is what you need to do is to start cleaning your liver, then this might be the opening for you to start going, vegetarian. I'm like, you know what? You're right, because to me, my health is everything. Like, this is, we take for granted, every day waking up, like the fact that we're able to get up and walk and, do the things that we take for granted on a daily basis.
Laying down to tie your shoes.
Right.
That's
So
a blessing. Not everybody can do that.
So, it's that doctor. It just took her saying that for me just to do a total transformation on what I need to do to clean myself. And so one of the things I had to stay away from too is also alcohol.
Yeah.
I was more of a social drinker back then. And so I would just go like we'll go friends, whatever, we'll have drinks. But now I had to really like cut that out because it was affecting my liver enzymes. So I cut out alcohol. Like I'll have champagne, like we're having champagne now, but
That's pretty much it.
that's pretty much it. Like I stay away from liquor and even beer because the weed's just not good for me. And so one of the reasons why I started going plant-based. I was still kind of like, I consider myself like a flexitarian like last year till this year. And so I'll eat meat here and there. But another reason why I chose to give up meat this last month was, on my own spiritual journey. I decided that for me, in order for me to level up spiritually, I know that eventually I had to give up meat. And so I decided this was the right time to do it. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So this is my month and I'm excited.
I didn't realize that he was doing that or that he had made a month until he was like, oh my gosh, today makes a month. And I was like, a month of what? It's like, no meat. It's like, what?
Yeah, I didn't really share that with him either. I just did it. I was like, you know what? I don't need to say anything. Just do it.
You think like I would realize because I do mainly cooking and things like that.
I thought you would have caught up.
But it didn't like register because it was just felt like business as usual. So for real, props on that because I didn't even realize. I was like, no way.
I think it was more for me. Like it was definitely for me, so I could like hold myself to it.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like jinx myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Let me just do it. And I made a month. So.
All right, guys. Well, that's our update on our food journey. We'll be letting you know how it goes because this is just the beginning.
So thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment below. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.
So that way we can see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
And remember, if we can love ourselves, we know that you can love yourself too. See you next week.
Bye.
We'll be posting new videos every Friday.
I almost took a sip from the mic.